Hello dear students. Today once again we are meeting you to learn one of the very important topic, that is statement of purpose. Here I am introducing myself, Sonali More, from Department of English from New English High School and Junior College. Let's first have a look on icebreaker for statement of purpose. Match the profession with the desired qualities. Here on one A side we were having the profession and what are the qualities which has been suitable for them, that it is given on the another side. First one is businessman. A businessman should have a convincing selling and risk taking quality. Artist, imaginative, creative, thinking out of box. It means the artist should have this type of qualities. Advocate, logical reasoning, oratory, critical thinking. Police, alert, investigative, love for physical activity. Scientist, reading, experimenting, researching. These are the qualities which has been given for the different professions: businessman, artist, advocate, police and the scientist. Here we have another icebreaker for you. Which of your qualities would help you in achieving your career goal? It's true, we should have some or other goals in achieving our career. What are that? Personal discipline, sense of exploration, positive outlook, belief in a team play. These things are very much needed to achieve our career goal. Means whatever we have decided that we should easily will be reaching to that destination. Healthy physique, broadened global view, interest in astrophysics, perseverance. Have look on third activity. List the obstacles which might hamper in achieving your goal in life. One is done for you, that is lack of proper guidance. Oppositions from family for choosing a strange career. Next is lack of knowledge about the career prospects. Lack of training centers in our country at present. Let's first have an introduction. What is statement of purpose? Statement of purpose, in a short we can say SOP. A statement of purpose is an application made to a university to seek the admission to a particular course. It means after the graduation, if you want to take a admission in one or other university, for that this SOP is very much needed. There are some of the important things for SOP along with your biodata, resume, or we can say SOP is very important document to be there. It is an easy which describe you as a person, your aims and ambition. It speaks about your journey of life and the qualities you have nurtured in the process. The scorecard, it means your result card or the transcript, gives your academic achievement. It is objective, but SOP gives an idea about your intent, qualities and is subjective in nature. The SOP gives you an opportunity to show the special qualities which make you distinct from others. It explains why you want to join the course, what is your liking, how you have developed your liking. It justifies how you will be able to achieve your aim. It also explains why you have selected a particular university. The SOP is a gateway to your career, as the admission committee judges you as a screens the application on the basis of the SOP received. Hence, it is a very important document. The SOP for undergraduate, postgraduate and doctorate levels would be different. The SOPs differ according to the requirement. The number of words in which on SOP is written is also different for different universities. At this level, when you would pass for your standard 12th examination and write personal statement to the universities for admission to undergraduate course, you should follow the format given below. It means whenever you are getting past your 12th standard, most of the students feel they should have their further qualification in other university. For getting admission in other university, the basic things are your mark sheet, your other details, and along with that your SOP is very important document. In that you have to say something about yourself, about your why you have selected that career, why you have selected that university, what are your likings behind the your career. Here is a format of the SOP. The SOP should be ideally of around 500 words divided into 5 or 6 paragraphs. How many words we should require? That is in 500 words. It should be divided into 5 to 6 paragraphs. The introduction should be followed by a short sketch of your personal background. Why it is a short sketch? Because already we are giving that details in our biodata. Your mental makeup and your aim in life. This forms the first paragraph. Your mental makeup means why you have selected that university and your aim in the life. About aiming in the life, that we have to let us know in the first paragraph. The second paragraph must contain the reason of choosing the particular program of course, why you have selected that course. That reasoning we have to give in our second paragraph. You should be able to connect your area of interest with the selection of course. In the third paragraph, you can write about your personal qualities that will stand in your favor for pursuing the said course. Also write about your hobbies and extracurricular activities here and mention how they will support your goal. If you have any extracurricular activities, that also you have to write in the SOP along with the whatever the aim you have thought of to becoming. Why? Because if that activities can be or maybe it can be helping you in getting your career goal. Fifth one, you can mention your experience or exposure to the said field in your fourth paragraph. This could be an internship or a project that you did. You can also mention here some facts that make you distinct from other applicants. You have to get that in detail, that if you have done any work in your activity it means in your hobby or curricular activities, that also you have to mention, that can be followed as an in the other university, that it has been called as an internship. So it is very fruitful for you getting admission in the other university. The concluding paragraph must reflect your long-term career perspective. You should also state here how immensely beneficial it would be for you to get admission to the particular university and course. Here these are the format of SOP. Now we will see points to remember, the things which we have to remember while writing SOP. First one, write the SOP in a clear and easy to understand style, in a simple and the thing should be understood by other, that style should be followed. Be careful to avoid mistake in spelling and grammar. Facts must be presented in the convincing manner. The link between the course you want to pursue and your career choice should be clear. Highlight your qualities and life experience in such a way that your application renders a unique tone and tenor. Sixth one, be straightforward and transparent. Your SOP should be transparent, means whatever you want to say, it should be straightforward and transparent. The judging committee who screens the application comprise very experienced people, and an opacity in writing will prove counterproductive. Here we have difference between resume, CV and SOP. What are the difference we were having these two and SOP? We'll have look. Resume, it mostly used to apply for a job. Next, a typical resume contains a summary of relevant job experience in education. Third one, it is a short and concise of about 1 or 2 pages. CV, in the CV we can say is mostly used for academic purpose. CV is in-depth document describing your whole career in detail. CV is long and can run into lot of pages. Next is SOP. SOP is a personal statement designed more to shed light on who the applicant is. As I have told you, along with the personal, a very short personal detail, we have to show why we want to choose that university, why for that university we have selected our career, what drives him and what makes him stand out from the other in the pool. It is in about 500 words. This I told you before also, your SOP should be in 500 words. Students, here you have one example of SOP. One I will read for you. I have given 2 examples. One I will read for you. Pursuing a course in a mechanical engineering will enable me to pursue in a field which started as a dream. The genius of this dream was a personal experience at the age of 10. We were on a road trip in my dad's car. Without any warning, the engine seized, and with it my dreams for an exciting holidays. 2. My dad hopped out of the car and opened the bonnet. I was right on his tail, watching him work on the engine, utterly fascinated. Soon the car was up and running. I was in awe and admiration for my dad. I wanted to be just like him. My dad is an engineer, and I knew the seed of engineering had just been planted deep in my core. Got this line? From the following line, you can say the person want to become an engineer, whom he has seen his dad. What was that incident that I have told you? Seeing that incident, the person want to become the engineer. My dad is an engineer, and I knew the seed of engineering had just been planted deep in my core. I am eager to explode my hunger for the course of mechanical engineering, and in particular automotive engineering. Over the summer holidays of 2017, I undertook an internship at a bus and coach manufacturing factory in Pune as an apprentice. I had a team of highly qualified engineers to guide me. The teamwork, zeal, and expertise displayed was an enormous learning point. The experience enriched my understanding of how vehicles work. This internship gave me an insight into the day-to-day challenges faced by an engineer. I also learned the basis of lathe and milling machine and was able to make a bolt with the threads on it. Utilizing this machining skills, I was able to make my own fidget spinner I study in a school that lays great emphasis on a co-curricular activities, especially sports. I excel in hockey and swimming. In hockey, I have been in the school a team right from the age of 7. This association with hockey has improved my hand-eye coordination and my ability to stay focused in any given situation, attributes essential for successful engineer. Outside of school, I pick up the sports of cricket, which initially began as a family outing later on. I immerse myself in the sports. Cricket has helped me to build on my levels of concentration. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. These are words that every engineer should live by. Have insatiable hunger to be the best in design, research and manufacturing of machines and their subsystems. We run a daily feeding program in our temples where everyone is welcome. I have taken part in this service nearly every weekend. I have also taken part in several other community service ventures, such as planting trees in a bid to reduce deforestation. I also participated in an epilepsy walk in order to collect money to help in the treatment of people who cannot afford the medical care required to treat epilepsy. I believe that I am a suitable candidate for the course since the subject I have picked for my undergraduate course in a mechanical engineering, namely physics and mathematics, have exposed me to high levels of critical thinking. Throughout high school, I have been a practical thinker. My passion for physics has helped my analytical skill. Mechanical engineers specially apply fundamental maths and physics laws to find solution of machines which we use every day. I believe that the UK is an ideal location for my choice of study, as it is known to have the best university for engineers, offering top-notch facilities in research, design and manufacture. The UK has some of the greatest companies which pioneered automotive engineering to what it is today. For example, Aston Martin and Jaguar Land Rover. I hope to secure admission that will provide me with the opportunity to fulfill my dreams. So, my dear students, this was the first example, the pattern in which we have to write the SOP in the detail as I have told you in 5 to 6 paragraph. Here is another second example for you of SOP that you will be reading. Let's clear some of the doubts of SOP. Here we are, most of them have this doubts. Do I need to put my name on SOP? No. You don't need to put your name on SOP because SOP is a part of your application which already has your name in it. How long my SOP should be? Your SOP should be 1.5 page, that is around 500 words, nothing longer than this. It uses 12-point font and double space margin. This is a technically, it should be typed and not handwritten. Always remember, SOP should be always in the type form. Here we have some of the do's and don'ts of good SOP. Do's, first we will see, that is first one, be always organized. Prefer type SOP, this I have told you before also. Be specific with words and the things which we want to represent. Use concrete example. The things which you have done, which you have learned, that the example should be there. Explain your strength. Write your SOP all by yourself. You should write your SOP yourself only, not copying or seeing from your friend, relative. Edit and re-edit to make a final draft. If you feel that this is not the correct, you can re-edit or edit and make the correct SOP. Give enough reason for your choice. It means the thing which we have learned in our example, you might have seen the reason of your choice of selecting the university and selecting the career, that we have to give in a proper manner. Now we'll see the don'ts of a good SOP, the things which we should not do. Don't be lengthy, as the format which has been given, 500 words that you have to follow. Don't write complex sentences. Don't copy. As I've told you, you should not copy your SOP from one another. You should write your own. Don't list your hobbies. Don't give irrelevant personal information. Don't give excuses for your test scores of GPA. Let's have a look on brainstorming. Here are some of the examples given in your text also and in your this video also. Discuss and exchange your views with your partner about your career plan. This in the form of dialogue it is given. Maybe this question can become as in dialogue writing as well as an just for the knowledge how the discussion has been done about your career plan with your partner that they have given. The next activity which will tell you about, you must have decided your aim in life. Which institute, university would you like to join for your diploma graduation? Write a statement of purpose as a part of your application to the institute or university. This is the question from the text which has been solved over here for you. In a short, very short, I'll let you know. I would like to graduate in history from Bravick College under the University of London. Given below is my statement of purpose attached. You hope in a very short you have understood what I want to become, that is an want to graduate in history, and that is from University of London. So definitely the person over here is fascinated with the suns and might have learned some or other books of different sun. One extension activity has been given to you that you have to solve. Browse different websites and find out the university offering the best course in the life science, arts, sports, music, engineering and medicine. Collect and share any other additional information related to the course which seems important. This is the activity which you have to do, following the things which I have given, just like in the format of SOP. After that, the things which we have to remember and the points, the things which we should do and we should not do, that we have to follow for SOP. Hope students you have understood the today's lecture on SOP and you will get a good result following this do and don'ts in your HSC. Thank you very much.